Rust on cars can cause the value to drop by thousands of dollars very quickly. On the other hand, vehicle rust repair can also be far more expensive than you are willing to pay. Because of this, it makes more sense for you to start by learning how to keep an automobile from rusting. Since the car is most vulnerable in the winter, we specifically look at how to prevent rusting during this video. We also talk about the significance of prevention. Regular car washes. Washing the car is the easiest way to keep it from rusting. You might have to drive through ice, snow, and slush during the winter. Salt or sodium chloride is another substance that can be used to treat roads. However, salt is very corrosive to the body of an automobile. If these materials aren't removed from the body, rust will develop. The benefits of car washing go beyond this. It will have a fresh, glossy appearance, increasing its appeal. Scratches and scuffs caused by debris adhering to the paint can also be avoided by washing the car. Here are some general guidelines for car washes. And select a premium soap for your car wash. Steer clear of dish soap and don't use your towels or wash mitts on the car if they come into contact with the ground. Use 2 buckets, one to collect soapy water and the other to clean the mitt. Because the sun can bake the soap into the paint, try washing it in shade. To dry, use a microfiber cloth. In the winter, you should ideally wash your car once a week. In addition, we advise hiring a professional cleaner for your car once a season. Every now and then, your car deserves a high-quality detail. Apply a coat of wax. You ought to give the car a wax job in addition to washing it. Weaving it twice a year will help keep rust at bay. An effective wax creates a barrier between the car paint and moisture. There are numerous varieties of automobile wax available. Depending on the type of finish you want and how much time you have left, you can use liquid wax, spray, or paste. Since your car is always outside, you might prefer waxing it more frequently if you don't park in a garage. Here are some basic steps to think about when waxing. Apply the wax on one area of the car at a time. Using a microfiber cloth, rub the wax in. As you incorporate it into each panel, take your time. Using the opposite side of your towel, gently buff any leftover wax product. As necessary, repeat. Certain wax products can also be applied using a buffer. Pay attention to the directions that come with the product you use. Buy rubber floor mats. Although they might not seem like a good way to stop rust, interior floor mats have a very important function. Your shoes kick up slush into the car as you cross ice and snow. Rust can result from moisture that melts and seeps into the car carpet, particularly if salt is present. On the other hand, a quality pair of rubber floor mats keeps the carpets dry. This step's best feature is that it doesn't require a large financial investment. A set of floor mats for the majority of cars will cost you less than $50. Undercoating rust-proofing application. If you struggle to keep rust under the car or live in a harsh environment, you might want to consider getting a professional to apply a special coating. Since the air around the Gulf of Mexico and the ocean is full of salt, this is a great precaution for anyone who drives on salt-treated roads as well. Rust-proofing your car won't be worth the money if you have a lease or don't intend to keep it. For those who intend to keep the car for a long time, this is a wise investment. Clean the drains. You may not be aware of the numerous built-in drains in your car. There are drains in the windshield, trunk, and car doors. Starting from the bottom of your door, the drain is covered by a rubber strip. Some may also be found close to the windshield washer motor cowl or the shock towers. There's another spot by the taillights, but sometimes it's difficult to get to this area. Additionally, you ought to check your trunk for a drain hole next to the spare tire. The possibility of clogs in these drains only prevents moisture from draining correctly. Rust develops when moisture accumulates and remains on the car's frame. To remove the obstruction, you could carefully use a safety pin or needle. Additionally, some use pressurized air to force it out. Maintain the cleanliness of the area surrounding the drain holes to avoid blockage in the future. The accumulation of leaves and other debris on your car will cause these drains to clog once more. Prevention is easier than repair. Like anything else, rust is easier to avoid than to fix. In actuality, rust prevention requires very little money or effort. Simple adjustments like watching where you park can have a big impact. You are already one step ahead of many people if you can park in a garage. You might decide to fix the damage before attempting to sell your car because you know that rust can lower the resale value by thousands of dollars. This is not only very expensive, but it will also keep you from using the car while it is being fixed. Often, the cost of having the rust fixed is not justified. It is virtually never worth repairing on a modern vehicle, according to Forbes. If there are fewer repair shops doing the work, you might also experience delays in getting the work completed. Preventing the rust from developing in the first place is the only way to guarantee you won't have to make these choices. When the time comes to sell your car, treat it as though it could bring in thousands more dollars because with no rust, it can.